Welcome to Business Computer Applications class. My name is Will Miller and I will be your instructor for this semester. First, I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and where I came from. I was raised in and around Tonkawa. My parents still live in Tonkawa, which of course is, you can see this is a small town in northern Oklahoma. After graduating Tonkawa High School, I went on to Northern Oklahoma College, which again is located in Tonkawa. It was a logical step for most students that graduated high school there. And it's an amazing college. It was built in 1901, so there's a lot of very traditional architecture, on campus. It's a really pretty college. Small classes comparatively to the bigger state schools like Oklahoma State and the University of Central Oklahoma. I think the average class probably, 15 or 20. I remember sitting in classes, sometimes they only had, 8 or 9 students in it going into the class. So it was a great experience. After graduating NOC with a associates in engineering, I went on to the University of Central Oklahoma to pursue a physics degree. I got within one semester of finishing my physics degree, and I had met a young man named Philip. Philip was 9 years old and had been severely mistreated most of his life. And, during the week that I worked with Philip, I think that this changed who I was a little bit and just what I thought I should do in life. And I decided to change my major with one semester left to education. So knowing that Oklahoma State University had a really great education program, I switched to universities and I started at Oklahoma State University. In 1998, I graduated with Oklahoma State University with a Bachelor's of Secondary Science Education, and I started working for Fort Worth ISD. I worked 3 years at Riverside Middle School, and I've been at Arlington Heights ever since. I teach physics at Arlington Heights High School. Really enjoy it. In 2004, I decided to start on my master's degree. They say make sure that you always pursue things that you enjoy, and I've always enjoyed technology, so I decided to work on my information systems degree, just a logical step. I've always emphasized education in whenever I was working on my education degree, my master's degree, so that's kind of helped me out along the way working at Heights as well. In 2006, I graduated, and I also married my wife, Angela. So 2006 was a really great year for me. In 2009, I started working for Tarrant County College at the Trinity campus as an adjunct instructor. And as you can see, that little child in the middle is ours, and we had her in 2012. So that's a little bit about myself, and I want to go ahead and go on and tell you a little bit more about the class. You can follow along in your syllabus if you'd like. Not everything that's in the syllabus is covered in this little video, but a lot of it is. First of all, the course description. The main focus of this course is gaining skills and understanding in how information systems are utilized in business. This course incorporates a hands-on approach to learning business applications, including word processing, spreadsheets, databases, presentation graphics, and business-oriented utilization of the internet. There's really no prerequisites for this course. However, keyboarding proficiency is recommended, and I'm well aware that this is an online class, and most of you all are probably pretty capable when it comes to computers. So this is a positive thing. The final and midterm exam will assess your knowledge of information systems in Microsoft Office. The exams will be stopped at the end of the testing time allotted. All remaining questions will be scored to 0. If you miss an exam, a score of 0 will be given. So what does that look like for an online class? You'll be given a testing window to take your midterm and final. You must finish your midterm and final before the testing window ends. Tutorials. Sometimes you'll hear me refer to tutorials. You'll see me refer to tutorials as laboratories. So just be aware of that first of all, okay? So tutorials, students will be required to complete 15 tutorials during the course of the semester. These include Word, Excel, Access, PowerPoint, integration. And integration is just how how Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint can kind of mesh together. Students should expect to spend at least 2 to 6 hours per week on each tutorial assignment, and this can vary. It can be more than 6 and it can be less than 2 depending on your skill level and how well you know the program. All assignment details are, of course, available via Blackboard, and that's where you should be looking for dates and times. Tutorial project files may only be submitted once. However, you may save your work as a draft each time you upload a file until you submit the assignment. I am unable to see work that has been that has not been submitted, which will result in a grade of 0. In other words, if you just save as draft and you never submit, I cannot see it and it'll receive a grade of 0. If you are unsure if your file were submitted, go to your gradebook and click on the assignment. If you can retrieve your file, it has been submitted. Another way you can look, there'll be a little yellow dot, or there'll be a dot. If it's turquoise, it's been saved as draft. If it's yellow, it's been submitted. Make sure that it's yellow. I'm very much a stickler whenever it comes to due dates, and if it's not turned in, submitted, it's too late. TCC Trinity offers a computer lab located at TREF 7201 and a library to complete these projects. Any hardware or software error outside of the student lab is insufficient reason to turn in work late. Please have the lab manager email me if there's an issue. I've only had an issue twice since I've been teaching at TCC, so normally there is not. I highly recommend obtaining cloud storage such as Dropbox or Google Drive to save files rather than carrying around a flash drive that can either be corrupted or be lost, which happens a lot. Simulations are performed through SAM and are assigned to provide a base of understanding to perform the tutorials. Just a little bit about SAM and also your textbooks. Please get them before the first week of, or get them the first week of class, or actually at the beginning of the first week of class. I have things due at the end of the first week, and again, once the due dates have passed, you cannot turn them in for any reason. Discussions. Throughout the semester, you will be given either a topic or a scenario to discuss. This is designed to give you a more complete understanding of the concepts taught in the information systems text and is intended to be completed after reading the text and reviewing the notes. Notes for this text are published through Blackboard for review. Please be aware there is no substitute for reading the text. Quizzes will be given covering the MIS4 text. Please be aware that these are timed, much like the midterm and the final will be as well. There's a window, and if you miss the window, you've missed the quizzes. Course attendance for online classes are taken by assignments completed. Please be aware simply logging into Blackboard is not considered present. Again, the computer laboratories, Tarrant County College Trinity Campus provides a dedicated computer laboratory to do your work. Any hardware or software problems outside of this laboratory will not be sufficient reason for late work. This lab is located at TREF 7201. The lab hours will be posted outside of TREF 7201. Just be aware these can fluctuate a little bit, and that's one reason why I didn't put them inside this video. I'll try to go ahead and post them on the announcement section so that everybody's aware of it. The final grade computation is as follows. You guys can read through that. Again, the grade allocation is just typical grade allocation. Texts are available via the bookstore or anywhere else you want to get them online. We have a really good deal with the textbook vendor this year. Yeah, I believe it's about $154. I might be wrong on that, but it's in that neighborhood. This is a lot different than what it was whenever I first started teaching at TCC. Whenever I first started teaching at TCC, to get the equivalent 3 items here, the MIS book, the Microsoft Office, and the simulation, it was over $300 for these books if they were bought separately. And this is a great deal, especially considering this is a 5-credit course. Which brings me to my next point regarding late work, and also just there's no room for any waiting a week to get the book. It's been my experience if people fall behind in this course because there's so much to do in it, especially regarding the tutorials and the simulations, that they never recover from it. And that's why there's just no room for letting people hand in things late. Let's go on. Academic dishonesty. Students are expected to do their own work. Any form of cheating or copying will result in a grade of 0 for all involved. Disciplinary actions by TCC may also be taken. Disability support services. In order to provide accommodation for eligible students, the instructor must receive an instruction notification form from the Disability Support Services office. If you have a disability for which you would like to receive academic accommodations, please contact the Disability Support Services office. Again, my name is Will Miller, and I look forward to working with you during the semester. If you have any questions, email me at william.miller856@mytccd.edu, and have a great semester. Thanks.